living things and their environments. Genetic inheritance in living things. Please look in your science book. Look at pages 53, 54 and 57. Turn to page 53. Genetic inheritance in living things. Once they fully grow, living things will make babies. Their offspring, children, will look the same as them. So when we observe humans, animals and plants, we can see how their offspring look as their parents. The traits that are passed on from parents to their offspring are called genetic traits. Let's try this. Look at the pictures and answer the questions. So we have 3 pictures here of cats, but they are all different. This is, what is this? This here. It's a cat. But this is a cat. What does it look like? Okay, so the easy answer, it looks like a cat, but we need to give a description of the cat. So let's describe the cat. It is small, has pointed ears, has whiskers, and it is grey. Okay, so you can't really see the whiskers, but it has the pointed ears. We know it's small because it's a cat, and this is a baby cat, a kitten, and we can see that it is grey. It is the same as picture. This is a small cat, it's a kitten, but it's not grey. This is not a kitten, and it's not grey. Still has pointy ears and whiskers, same as this. But number 3, well, this has pointy ears. Why is that? Well, probably, why is that? Why is that? Why are they the same? They have the same fur colour. Okay? These all have pointy ears, they all have whiskers, and they're all small. But they're not all grey. So that's why we say they have the same fur colour. Because the fur, the hair, is grey. Turn to page 54. We will only look at this top section. We won't be doing any of this. There are many types of living things around us. The living things of the same type, same species, This is spelt wrong. There should be an S. Yeah. Let's add an S. Species. Have the same traits. The ones of different species have different traits. All living things have the traits they got from their ancestors. Okay, so if you look at a red rose, when the red rose makes the seed, then the seed will grow into another red rose. It will look just like the parent rose. So the traits from the parent has passed onto the offspring. Turn to page 55. Parents pass on their physical traits to their offspring. When a baby is formed, some of the traits from the mother and some from the father are joined to form the baby. These traits are called genetic traits. Examples of genetic traits are type of earlobe, type of plant stem, and the hair color of an animal. Living things can pass on their genetic traits to their offspring through the genes. Genes are found in the chromosomes inside the parent's sex cells, gametes. Genes control the genetic traits of the offspring and make them to look like those of the parents. The same kinds of living things have the same traits. Okay, so like I said earlier, a red rose will have offspring of a red rose, and a banana tree will have an offspring of a banana tree. You will never ever have a banana tree have an offspring of an apple tree, because the genes will pass the traits on. It's the same with animals. You will never have a person change to a dog, because the genes are different. So the traits of a dog cannot be passed in a human. A chromosome contains many genes, hundreds to thousands. Chromosomes are always in pairs. So the genes in the chromosomes are also in pairs. Each pair of genes controls one trait of the living thing. For example, type of hair is controlled by gene C on one chromosome and gene C on another chromosome. These two genes control if you will have straight or curly hair. Homework. Use the worksheet to write what is the same and what is different in your family. Take a photo and send to the science classroom. Okay, so this is the worksheet. Name, number, date. Genetics in my family. Genetic traits passed on to me. So we have hair type. So straight or curly or wavy. Not really long or short because you can cut hair. Eye colour. So do you have the same colour in your eye as your mother or your father or your brother or sister? Nose shape. So do you have the same shape nose as your mother or father? The ear shape. Again, do you have the same shape of ear as your mother, your father, your brother, sister, or other? If they are the same, make a tick. If they are different, make a cross. Other. This one here. Other. Your aunt, your uncle, your grandfather, your grandmother, other members of your family. You don't have to do the bottom. Okay, so if you cannot do aunt, uncle, grandfather, grandmother, then don't worry about the bottom. You don't have to do that. That is optional. Okay, so download or copy this worksheet from Google Classrooms, complete the worksheet with the ticks and the crosses, and then send back to Google Classrooms. So that's all from me for this week, and I will see you next week on Monday for English for Communication. So have a nice weekend and bye!